This is where we have, you know, morning huddles, things like that. But I want to say we have 27 or 28 crews that'll dispatch out of here on a daily basis. Our last building was 1.3 acre. It was a 40 by 60 shop, and we were doing $5 million in revenue out of that.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian here, Brian's Law Maintenance. Trust you guys are doing well. Super excited about this another shop tour that we're doing here over in Flint, Michigan. Guys, I got a really special treat for you guys. You're gonna love this video. Hanging out with my boy, Sam. How we doing, brother?
I'm better than I deserve. How about yourself, man?
Doing good, brother, doing good. Holy cow, by the way, Atlas Outdoor. I've actually been here for about an hour or two now, getting to meet the crew, the team, the people, see the facility. Dude, this is crazy. Like, you guys are like a little gem. I didn't even know you existed, like, until a bunch of you guys said, go see Sam and Atlas. So thank you guys so much for making a suggestion to come on out here to Flint, Michigan. All right, so we're gonna do a shop tour. Yep. We got a correlating podcast too. We're gonna drop that link in the description. Also, big shout out to Buyers, Billy Goat, and Western for sponsoring this fall shop tour series. Couldn't do it without them. I'm gonna let you take it away, but can you give us like the 30 to 60 second, just who is Atlas, where are you guys at? A lot of guys haven't met you before. So give me the story, man. What's going on over here?
So most people don't know, but Atlas actually started on Atlas Road in our driveway. Myself, a couple guys, our journey, we're going on will be 12 years after this winter. Okay. And so this building here where we're at, that we're getting ready to present to you guys, this was a long time in the making. We actually built this kind of mid-pandemic. And this was kind of like the light through a dark time, as most people in the landscape space know. It was a crazy spring kickoff there in 2020. So we were mid-building this during that, and we finished it mid-year, and yeah, we've been here ever since. So I'm excited to show you. There was a lot of thought that went into the efficiency of how things would roll out here between our admin team, sales and design, and our production staff and our fleet. And so, I mean, enough about me. Let's just get in here and I can show you guys what we got.
All right, so Sam, really quick, before we jump into it, let's talk shop size, because I always forget to cover this and everybody always leaves the comments. How big is the place? So what do you got for office space, and then shop space, and then maybe like total yardage or acreage for the property?
So our property is right about 3 acres total. Okay. We've got about 3,500 square feet in the shop and about 2,500 square feet of office and conference space.
Gotcha. Awesome, brother. All right, well, I'm following you. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do this.
All right,
welcome to Atlas Outdoor, everybody.
There you go. By the way, shout out to the AV guys. We got Chris and Alex. What's up, guys? They're gonna be following us as well. So this is a beautiful front entrance.
So we are in the main entranceway right here. So this is more like client, kind of our welcome space, first impression center, all that good stuff. So come on in. So this is our lobby space here. And one of the things we wanted to do when we were designing this was there wanted to be two things with the welcome center area. One, if I'm walking in the door here, hey, I want to be a part of the team here. I want to be part of what you guys are doing. Or two, if I'm a client looking to partner with a professional landscape or snow association, I want to walk in and know, like, man, these guys know what they got going on here. So, you know, one of the things that is so common in our industry is when you walk into an office of a landscape company is that it stinks. It smells like old grass, it smells like exhaust, it smells like shop, and we didn't want that here. So, you know, you'll notice a good, fresh, clean smell. It's a good environment. It just, as our sign says here, you know, love grows here. This team is all about love. We're all about growing together. So this is like our first impressions area. So we showcase our awards here. We showcase, you know, news articles that we've been a part of, all of our licenses, things like that. So
I love it. Looks beautiful. This is great.
Thank you very much.
And then we got Ann at the front desk.
We have Ann right here at the front desk.
There you go.
Ann is our first impressions, customer service, customer relations. Everything kind of starts with her. If you're a vendor who's been trying to get in touch with partnering with us, we appreciate you, but you know Ann is the gatekeeper.
That's right.
And she does a great job of kind of separating things there. Yep. She's what's crazy is, you know, thinking in terms of growth of our business, we had probably around 30 team members before we had made the decision to hire a customer service person. So if you had called our office to either, you know, become on staff or wanted to work with us, we might call you back. It was just the thought of that. But Ann, I don't know what the heck we were waiting on, but she was our first kind of customer service manager, client relations manager, and she's been here ever since. How long, do you know how many years now, Ann? 6 years-ish, so about 6 years since she's been here. So she's the glue. I mean,
holding it all together.
And you don't realize how much Ann is responsible for until Ann needs a week off, and you realize how much that she does that we have to cover for her. So you're like, oh, answer the phone because Ann's not going to be around. We did that forever, but there's so many more things that she owns and does an incredible job for. So very thankful for Ann.
Awesome, so, beautiful front entrance.
Thank you very much. So walking in, so this is our space here. So this is my wife, aka our human resource manager.
There you
Brandi.
go.
So
how we doing?
Good.
Good. We just like caught you. There you go.
She's totally like, there's a camera right there. So I should have told you they were coming. And I'm just kidding. She's like, you do that stuff at home too. So Brandi also founded the business with me, but she's now responsible for our HR and kind of oversees the whole admin side of the business. So if I guess we could just kind of walk through all of our offices here. So this is Brandi's office right here. So this is our HR space, kind of our interview space, things like that. This is where her magic happens there. And you'll notice in the building, we've kind of mirrored both sides for two different kind of purposes there.
Okay, okay.
We'll just kind of make a walk through here. And this is Brandi's office there. Excuse us. So we have Ann here. Ann is our office administrator, pays the bills, make sure people are paying their bills back to us, and so she's responsible. So our admin team consists, we basically have our customer relations, Brandi, who is human resource, everything kind of insurance, compliance, stuff like that, and then Ann is administration with paying bills, collecting money, payroll, all that good stuff. So
I love it. They all got their all their goals.
Everybody's got their goals.
Thanks,
here.
Ann.
Everybody's got their their quote, their words to live by. So kind of walking through here, we'll start right here. So this is part of our turf maintenance production team right here, kind of hanging out. So this is Dave is our training and safety. It is technically, I guess it would be our whole thing. They're just hanging out in one space. So Dave oversees. One of the things we struggled with was, as we're attracting a lot of fresh talent years ago. Dave, how long have you been in your role, brother?
Who?
Dave.
What, my role?
Yeah, how long have you been in your position now?
My 4th year.
4th year. So
cool.
One of the issues that we ran into was all these great new hires that were coming in. We didn't really have a dedicated person to train them and onboard them. So we would bring these new people in, fresh, great charactered people, good values, but they don't have any experience. Well, we stick them with our foreman, and we expect our foreman to hit all these goals of theirs, but in the meantime, we also need you to train our new coming in staff. So Dave, who was a foreman prior to moving into his role as part of our career ladder that we have here, we basically said, hey, you know what? You're working 50, 60 hours, running your crew every week. So we moved him into the training role. So now all of our new hires start with Dave.
Gotcha.
Before they're sent out into the battlefield there. So
sweet.
Design sales office here. They're out on the road or they work remote. So just kind of walking through here. And as we said, we'll mirror on both sides.
Kind of horseshoe here. Yep.
Yeah, so if you're looking here, this is kind of our team member showcase wall. Every year since our inception, we've done a team photo, and it's kind of cool just to see how things have grown, since that first year and gotten to where we are at. So we showcase our team members of the month pictures here, and this is a good spot when all of our employees are coming in. They get to see this space and can kind of like, hey, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So,
hey, let me interrupt you real quick,
yeah.
Sam. For people that don't know the whole Atlas story, you said it was starting in your driveway, but how long have you guys been around? How long have you guys been doing this?
So we opening day was June 10th, 2011.
Okay.
So this year we celebrated our 11th year, and so 11 years.
Wow. And how many team members you guys have working with you?
Today we're about 95 in the summer landscape season, and we'll ramp up to about $120 in the wintertime during snow and ice.
Dude, that's awesome. Good for you guys, man. That's
Appreciate
crazy.
it, man. Appreciate it.
That's been a busy decade.
It's been a crazy. I got the gray hairs to prove that. So for sure,
awesome.
for sure.
I love it, man. All right, where are we going next?
That will continue through. So we're just kind of looping back around. So,
Yep.
Operations office. So Will.
They will.
Little wave there. So Will is our operations manager, kind of liaison all of our contracts. The bulk of the scheduling, it all kind of starts with Will. So if you're, we mentioned our building being built for efficiency. Will has everybody at some point throughout the day typically needs to have a conversation with him, hence why he's closest to our team member entranceway here. So
there you go.
Will,
thanks, Will. There you go.
This is our horticulture manager's office. Bobby, she's out in the field somewhere. Walking down, landscape construction reports from here. Tom is our general manager, kind of oversees all the operations and client relations. He's right here. And then right here you walk in, this is the space that Sam calls home. It's a little messy right now, but
yeah,
this is my home base here. So I've ever been on like a Zoom call with one of you at one point. That's the wall that you see in the background on the bulk of our calls. And so this is where we're at. So I know when we were kind of looping through there, we talked about, the other office being my wife's office and our human resource manager's office. So in our prior building before we moved here, me and Brandi used to share an office.
Okay.
So leadership development, sales, Zoom calls. I'm loud. I'm always talking to somebody. Well, she's doing, interviews and insurance compliance and all that fun stuff. So when we were working with the architect to design this new building, the first concepts we had, he had us sharing an office.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at it, and he had our two desks kind of L'd in the space, and I said, hey man,
it's not gonna work.
And it's just like, I love my wife more than anything in the world, but we need to have our own spaces to work at. And this has been such a blessing just to be able to have two separate spaces and our own doors. And
that's awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome, brother. All right, so this is our office, and then let's head back right to the conference room, and then we also got the shop.
Let's head right on out. So follow me through the journey here. So we'll kind of show the our main team member entrance here. So in the mornings when the guys come in, this is where all of our lists and stuff like that are all on their phones, so we don't actually have any paper route lists, but guys have documents if they need like personal time off, like our pay schedule for payroll, emergency contact information. These are our pre-trip forms for our trucks. If somebody requests timesheets, we kind of put them up here. Tags if you've got any type of broken equipment, things like that. And then this is where we house all the keys to our trucks.
Okay, so, gotcha.
This is the main entrance where guys will come in the morning and kind of start the day. So
beautiful. Come a long ways, brother.
Yeah,
long ways.
Unbelievable.
There you go.
So coming out here, so this is our conference space here. So this is where we call this the creation station. So this is where we have, morning huddles, things like that. This is designed to, it can comfortably fit about 25 people in here. So basically we have our kitchen space here. Weekly meetings, staff meetings, stuff like that, training meetings. And this was one of the things when we were building a new building, we wanted to have something where we can have a huddle space, where before it was like, hey, pick somebody's 10 by 10 office and let's all cram in there.
Right.
This was a big deal here, and it's nice too because this gives us that buffer between our shop, which we'll go out to where all the fleet magic happens, and then going into the office area. So it gives a buffer where it's not loud, you don't hear the equipment running, stuff like that. So
beautiful.
We'll walk on out to the shop space here. So
introducing the VMX2, the newest addition to our powerful, rapidly growing lineup of Snowdog V-Plows. The VMX features the strength and versatility users have come to expect from a Snowdog V-Plow. Weight optimized for pickups like the Ford F-150, Silverado 1500, or Ram 1500 series. Half-ton trucks are as in demand as ever. With the VMX2, there is now a practical V-Plow, light enough and durable enough to keep pace with America's favorite class of pickup trucks. After hundreds of hours of lab and in-field testing, the VMX2 is ready to handle any storm. Proudly manufactured in our state-of-the-art Northeast Ohio facility, some of its biggest fans are the men and women who work to bring it to market. Maximize the power of your half-ton pickup truck this winter with the Snowdog VMX2. An aggressive V-Plow at an aggressive value. Nothing works like a dog.
So I'm out here working. So this is the garage space. So this is about 3,500 square foot. So our old shop, we basically had 2 bays at our old place, and it was 2 bays and it was tight. And we have, right around 60 trucks in our fleet. So it was a lot to try to get stuff in. We didn't have a hoist at our last shop, so that was kind of one of the non-negotiables of things that our team wanted. So having their own bathroom out here, wash station, things like that. We have 2 storage spots for parts. So all of our main like mower belts, blades, tires, stuff that we need on a regular basis in the winter time, plow hoses, cutting edges, controllers, valves. We inventory all that stuff here just because it's hard for us to be able to go without that in the middle of a snowstorm or in the middle of a lawn day. So yeah, try to take advantage of all that. But
makes sense.
Everything here is built for flow, so the way that a truck can be on the hoist, the guy can be working on that, versus 2 vehicles could be pulled in here being worked on whatever they need to do. So it's good to have a good flow for the shop guys. And the irony in that, so the shop here was pre-existing when we built the front part of the building that you saw.
Wow, okay.
And so this used to be all cold storage, so it wasn't finished. It was just a garage where they housed like landscape supplies and stuff like that in here. And we almost didn't finish it because we were so, I hate to say it, over budget on everything else. And here I am looking at this office that we're building and this beautiful space, and all of our fleet guys are like, oh cool, you guys have like heat up here and air conditioning up here. So we really felt like we needed to give them the same space that that we have up front for them to be able to work on. So we state-of-the-art lit this. It's got an incredible thermal radiant heating system. Like I said, they have their own bathroom space out here. We really wanted to give them something nice because this is the glue that holds the fleet together. So you gotta have that.
Amen.
So, yeah, we'll continue to walk outside here and kind of get a view of the outside space. So we're right like between 2.5 and 3 acres of space here. So
Sam, really quick, let me ask you this as we're walking out. If you had to do it all over again with the shop, bigger, smaller, taller, left, right, up, down?
I don't think you could ever not have too big a shop. But the thing is, we maximize the space very well. So the ability to, you can only work on so much stuff at a time. And so it would be, everybody would agree they'd love to have a bigger shop, but at the same time, we do a lot of work out of here on a daily basis, and it works for us. So I think sometimes people think you have to have it to get it done, but you don't. So
there you go.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So this is the outside space. So this is kind of where, in the mornings, all of our all the fleet is parked on the overnight.
Okay.
So day to day, we'll typically run. I want to say, don't quote me on this, I should know this, but I want to say we have 27 or 28 crews that'll dispatch out of here on a daily basis. And there's not much room left. From at night when everything is in here, it's parked, there's not much space left from left to right where all of the fleet parks at. So on-site fuel, we do all of our own fleet repairs and maintenance in-house. So there's a maintenance team that comes in at 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Thursday, preps the stuff for the day, gets it ready to roll out, and yeah, that's about it. That's in a nutshell.
Holy cow. So this is all back parking space for all the trucks. Obviously, they're all out and about.
Yep.
Might have showed some video at the beginning of this video where the whole crew was just lined up, had some great drone shots. Had a beautiful sunrise this morning.
It was gorgeous. And for November, right?
The maintenance crew invited me over at 5 a.m. I said, that's a little early.
Gotta have your coffee first.
Yeah, I said, considering I'm an hour away, but I do appreciate the invite. But I love the whole outdoor storage that you guys have going on. The sea containers, the fuel. Talk to me about the fuel for a second if you want. That's a big dream for a lot of guys, having on-site fuel.
Yep. It was a non-negotiable for us compared to what we were spending with the gas station stops.
Okay.
And so guys fueling stuff up at the speedways, burning time, waiting for another guy to get in there. So prior to us building this place, we had an on-site fuel setup, but not as elaborate as this. So what we have now, it all works through an app on our drivers' phones. So everybody has a login, they have an app, they have to punch their piece of equipment, they have to punch their truck in, whatever they're fueling up, and we track how much fuel like our lawn teams are using, how much fuel our landscape teams are using. And one of the things that was huge that we loved was a mistake that is common. I hate to say it in our industry, but guys accidentally put gas in the diesel or diesel on the gas. Well, if you're on a particular crew where the bulk of our lawn crews all run gas equipment and gas trucks, why do they need diesel? So their particular login won't even allow the diesel pump to turn on.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of avoids those accidents like that. And secondly, we pre-mix all of our mixed gas, because that's another thing that we can eliminate is guys putting straight gas in the two-stroke equipment. So we have that all pre-mixed and ready to go for them, and we track that separately as well. So,
do you know the name of the app? Do you want to show the app or the software?
We use Fuel Cloud.
Fuel Cloud.
Fuel Cloud is
Okay.
the name of it. Yep. And most, actually, our fuel supplier, who's a great partner of ours, we get these tanks filled 3 times a week.
Wow.
They actually installed it for us and set it up, and because with us being open here, and you know, with so much traffic coming through here between our trucks and all of our team members' cars and stuff like that, we wanted something that would eliminate, you know, not that we are worried that somebody might, you know, think about stealing gas or fuel,
Sure.
but this just kind of takes that away, because now to turn the pumps on, you got to put your info in.
Yeah.
And so if a black Chevy Impala is parked at the pump and then we get an alert that it turns on, you're kind of caught. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things, we just don't want to even have to worry about that. But in addition to that, it is nice to be able to track where the fuel is going. So
I love it, brother. Well, cool. So where do you want to go next? One quick thing. You guys run a bunch of Exmark mowers, I was noticing.
Yes,
Shout out to the Exmark team. Any preference on equipment? You guys have a lot of Isuzus and cab overs.
Yep.
So what do you guys are finding that's working over here?
So, you know, originally our original plan as we were growing was that we wanted everything to be alike. So our first trucks, we're in GM town here. We have a great relationship with our Ford dealerships and our GM dealerships. So our brand loyalty is really more dealer loyalty. So it's what we can get those best relationships with. So you mentioned Exmark mowers. All of our mowers, we run 60-inch zero turns. The reason that is same blades, same belts, things like that. And we have great relationships with our Exmark dealers here locally. So when we need parts, we can get them quick, things like that. And you mentioned the Isuzu trucks.
Yeah.
When we were looking, you know, Michigan roads, we don't even need to talk about that. But
Right.
with the Michigan roads, our trailers were just getting the crap kicked out of them. And there's actually Interstate, which was our main trailer partner. They actually have a trailer called the Atlas Edition, because they built it special, beefed up for our crews with the way they did the spacing on the framing and all that. And we were still breaking them.
Wow.
So we were just looking for something for our mow crews that didn't need to have to pull a trailer. So we started using the Isuzus. We started with one to see how it would go, and I believe we have 6 or 7 now.
Wow.
And they double in the wintertime as sidewalk rigs. So they're diverse 12 months of the year, and so it's, you know, we're not like the plow trucks, our pickup trucks. We have a great system with that. They do pull some trailers, and then obviously those are plow rigs in the wintertime. But yeah, the Isuzus are a great setup, and you know, there's pros and cons to it with what you can haul, debris, things like that, but we make them work. So
That's freaking awesome.
Yep.
Well, I'm following you, brother. This is really, really awesome. And
Appreciate it, man.
it looks like employee parking is all down in the back third.
that was by design. You know, one of the things at our last facility was all of our employee parking was right out by the road.
It's a real issue.
It's an issue.
It really
It's
is
an
when you
issue.
get a bigger company like yours.
Yeah, so we really wanted to have, you know, we didn't want our team members' cars to have to be front and center right here on the main road. Just dealing, you know, there's drama that goes on. Somebody's baby mama's mad at them about something. We get a window broke out, and so now you got to go through the gate to get in there. And
Wow.
so it just governs it a little bit better. So
Because this is the exterior shot, right?
this is the exterior. Yes,
So
sir.
how did you come up with the color scheme, blues and greens?
I love this color.
It
You know,
looks
so
great. It really
blue,
does.
The blue was something that we've just, when we were trying to pick out stuff for the building, when we designed, like I had mentioned, the original building, you can kind of see the height difference. This used to be a landscape supply building, but it was shut down for a couple years. And the building, when we were redesigning it and gonna facelift it, our builder said the only reason that we don't tear it down is because the roof is good.
Okay.
So literally every other spot of this building has been redone. We took it right down to the studs.
Wow.
And then obviously we added the front on, but it was a long time in the making. So yeah, we put our employee space out here, kind of our lunch space. We have a fire,
Here, walk
nice
through and
fire
show me.
table.
This is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's awesome.
Because this is where the morning huddle was.
This is the huddle spot, yeah. So
And you had a fire pit thing going here. and-
Yep, got the gas fire. This is great. Even on snow nights, this is awesome to have everybody. You'll see everybody kind of congregating around this and keeping warm. So yeah, this is our patio space. All Unilock pavers and walls. All Ucara wall stone for the kitchen and for the fire pit. grill. Actually, I love showing this off.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not proving wrong when I show this, but this is kind of cool. The water's off. Oh, because it's winterized. I didn't think about that.
There you
this
go.
is actually an operational sink for our outdoor space here. I was hoping that was going to work when I turned it on, but I forgot it's winterized.
There you go. There you go.
Cold out, but yeah. So this is the space outside where guys, you know, we can open up the door. It just goes right into our conference room here.
That's right.
So it's nice to have the indoor outdoor kind of camaraderie amongst the guys.
So cool, brother. So cool. This is really awesome, Sam. What else you got? Anything else you want to show us? If we can go through the main parking lot.
Yeah, we can walk right out here and kind of land right where we started at. So yeah,
just kind of horseshoeing through this whole thing. This is really cool. Sam, let me ask you this really quick. One thing I love doing about these stories is asking people, like, if you're growing the company, right? Obviously, this is a 12-year journey for you guys, and you're going to be doing this for a little bit longer still. But guys that are going from 1 crew, 2 crew, 3 crew, right? They want to grow that next $5-10 million regional business.
Yep.
Any thoughts or suggestions about how to help these guys get there? I mean, equipment, culture, team. You guys have a lot of great stuff going on here that we could highlight. We're going to talk about on the podcast.
Yep.
But this wasn't overnight. Yep. But any couple quick takeaways or things that you could share with these guys that can help them out and help them grow?
It's everybody's question. Everybody wants to know, you know, oh, I need a building, I need to do this. I will tell you, we maximized so this would be, if we look back to the Atlas Road driveway, working out of my garage, to the first barn we rented, to our last office. So this would essentially be, this is our 5th location since we started.
Wow.
And so looking at those locations, we completely maximized them to where it was now costing us to be there. And you know, the thing to think about with facilities is, you know, there's an expense to that. And so, you know, something where we're at here, this is built, yes, it's beautiful, this location is incredible for us, but this saved a lot of efficiency for us and gave our employees something to be proud of.
Yeah.
And you know what, but the thing is everything has to work in time with what your culture will support. And one of the things that I'm so blessed about this building with is, you know, this happened mid-pandemic. Everything was dark. We were dealing with, you know, COVID and all this stuff. And then, you know, mid-2020, we were able to do the ribbon cutting on this, and it was like a light in a dark time. And I don't think this would have been as appreciated if, you know, we just had a bunch of money years ago and just got this. I think the things like that would have been taken for granted. So, you know, my advice would be is just maximize the heck out of what you have for that phase of your business, and don't try to jump too far ahead. The worst thing you want is you know, a $5,000 a month lease payment on a building when, you know, your revenue can't support that. And so,
that's
you know,
great.
that's our last building was 1.3 acres. It was a 40 by 60 shop that we had added an addition on, and we were doing $5 million in revenue out of that.
That's awesome.
And so, I mean, it was, we had more accidents in that parking lot than we had out on the road, because it was just hard to navigate around in there. So, you know, we didn't feel like we were being foolish moving out of that into this beautiful space here. So I just think it's stewarded and accepted more when you feel like the timing is right.
Sam, that's freaking awesome, dude. Seriously, I can't thank you enough for the tour. You guys have so much great stuff going on. Seriously, you guys are friends of mine now. Like, I hope you guys feel the same way, but you guys have been pouring it out there all day. Last quick thing, where can people find you guys? If anybody's got a site or something like that, maybe nearby, or maybe they want a job, come visit the Atlas team. These guys
Love to have you. Yes.
They're here, but where can people find you guys?
So obviously, as a business, we're all over all the social platforms. Atlas Outdoor, Flint, Michigan. Personally, if somebody's looking to just have value added, you know, from a leadership standpoint, things like that, I get my tank filled up by helping others, just because this journey's, we've learned so much. It's an honor to get to give back to the industry. So, you know, personal stuff, it's just shoot me an email, or just go to samgembel.com, GEMBEL.com, or look me up on Facebook.
Yeah, you have a newsletter, right?
I do a weekly leadership newsletter that I send out. There's hundreds of leaders on that, and some of the content there, man, that's all from real life experiences that we went through. So if I can look back and hopefully help somebody else get through a phase that I went through at one point, that's what it's all about for me. So
Sam, that's awesome, brother. We'll leave links in the description down below. If you guys are in the greater Flint area, you need a site, or you guys need a job taken care of, we got you covered here at Atlas. So hey, Sam,
appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, brother. All right, well guys, that's it from Atlas Outdoor. Give them a follow, check them out, and thanks again for the shop tour, guys. We will catch up with you here on the next one.